YouTube, what is up? It's Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving. I wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I know I'm thankful. I love this holiday. I'm thankful for my friends and family, my beautiful wife, my business, you guys, just all the fun things I gotta do. I'm just thankful for everything, and it was an awesome experience in Baja. I thought I would just do a quick run over of the Rzr and how it did, and just the race and kind of all the stuff I got coming up, and just make a quick talking video. We finished the Baja 1000. I couldn't be happier. Here is one of our finishing medals. It was freaking awesome. In 2017, you guys that have been around for a little while, you know that we did pretty much same group of guys, a few different guys, but we did the Baja 1000. We did it in a class 1. Class 1 is a badass, it's like one step below a trophy truck. It was freaking sick. We got 865 miles. We had crap loads of problems, and we just pushed and pushed and pushed. We were 40 hours in, and we thought we blew the transmission. It ended up being a CV joint, but the tranny was pretty much gone too. Anyways, we kept going and going and going. It was super hard, and we finally had to call it, and it was just, man, it was just so heartbreaking to go through all that time, all that driving and not finish. And we learned a lot from 2017. Chris got a Can-Am race team that he's been working on, and they have put so much time and money and just so much effort into making that Can-Am good. When you go racing, it's you have to beef up everything. So there's not that many parts that are still Can-Am on that thing. It's a Can-Am, but it's been seriously gone over. And he did such a good job, him and all of his guys. I guess I'm part of that group, but they really put so much time and effort into having spare parts and testing and making sure that our car was good. And we really went through, him and Jeff, the guy that helped build it. They really put a lot of time and effort into trying to get to the finish line. Our strategy was not to be the fastest. We were going at a medium pace. We wanted to finish. That was our goal, was to finish. We weren't getting in a race with anybody, and we were going quick, but we didn't want to have any trouble. So we definitely played a little conservative. I'll just go a quick rundown of the problems. We got to like a mile marker 100, and the rear shocks blew. So like the external reservoirs, they have like a cap that screws in on the end. I'm not exactly sure what's happening, but they're prototype shocks. We actually lengthened the shocks for the car and did a few custom things, and I think we had never really tested more than about 150 miles in a race situation. And Mexico is crazy whoops, and it's tough, and the car was running beautiful. The suspension was beautiful. It was dialed in nice, but somehow we have a problem with engineering. We're gonna get it fixed, but it just was blowing the canister apart, literally. And so we came into the pit at about 140. We had an extra pair of rear shocks. We put them on in like 20 minutes. Everybody just busted their ass. We checked just did a nut and bolt, checked everything else looked good in the car. Chris was driving, the owner of the car was driving that first section. He said everything was great until the shocks blew. Got back in, did about another 100 miles, got to mile marker like 240, the shocks blew again. We had another pit at 280 with a driver change. They limped it into 280. Everybody was pretty discouraged at this point. There's a few people saying that we're gonna call it, and there's a few people that are saying there's not a chance in hell we're gonna call it. It's hard when you're there, and I didn't want to give up no matter what, I was ready to do whatever we had to do to get that car to the end. So my job, I was a backup driver, and I was also the main chase truck. I was the crew chief, so I was in the main chase truck, kind of just in charge of staying with that vehicle and making sure that we get stuff fixed. So anyways, what we decided to do is we took the shocks off our pre-runner. Our pre-runner had a good set of Elka shocks on it. We took them off. The first time we changed the shocks, we didn't change anything on the shocks. So it was the exact same configuration that we had before. We called our suspension guy, and he thought it was a fluke, and so we just left the shocks alone and put them back on the car. The second time, we actually made a custom bump stop. We cut the bump stops off the blown shocks, trimmed them a little bit. we had to slice them. So we put it back on the new piece of suspension, electrical tape, zip ties, and made the bump stop longer. We thought maybe that could have been part of the problem. And then we also took out some of the nitrogen. They were at like 200 pounds of nitrogen. We put them down to 150 pounds. And then we changed the crossover, and we changed the compression, and we threw them back on and just saying a prayer, just hoping that they're gonna make it, because we're at 280. I mean, we still have 700 miles to go, or no, sorry, 500 miles to go at this point. So we had and we had some hairy stuff. So anyways, put them back on. Jeff, this is where Jeff gets in the car. He was driving from 280 to basically 600, and they worked good. We got a couple of we blew like 2 or 3 tires / rims. I think it was actually more of a rim than it was a tire. We'd catch a rock on the rim and then it would blow the bead on the tire. The tires did awesome. It's Baja, there's no way. It's pretty hard not to get a flat tire out there, I'll tell you that, and not to break other stuff. We broke a sway bar. It's one of the only things that was still a factory Canon part was the sway bar, and it just snapped. I think it's just fatigue. We snapped a sway bar, three flat tires / bent wheels. We had some loose sway bar links. We bent rear radius rods catching a rock. We had a new sway bar. We had a full set of new radius rods. The section that Jeff did was a ton of silt. He got to us, he just looked beat, dude. He looked like he'd been through a war. We changed the sway bar, all the rear radius rods. We did like a 45-minute pit stop, kind of like a full service at like 600. Went through, the car was like new. Everybody just kicked butt. The whole team just went through it top to bottom, changed some tires, changed some wheels. Tightened everything, just did a full nut and bolt on it, and Chris took it with his boy to the finish line, and we just stayed nice and conservative. Like I said, our goal was to finish, and for finishing for us, after what we went through last year, that was a win. So I'm excited for next year. I think now that we finished, now we're going to try to step it up a little bit. So anyways, it was rad. We got to the finish, so you're going to see a lot of stuff in the footage. I have great race footage. I have a ton of pre-run footage. And I'm going to be working, I've got to go through and edit it all and get it all up for you guys, but a lot of fun stuff. The Turbo S did awesome. If I do a quick update, no major issues with this thing. It was fun, it was fast. I love the suspension, the dynamics killed it. I loved the tires, all my electronics, all the lights, the chase lights, my nav stuff, like, it really worked well. The winch was a lifesaver. We used it several times. I was so happy to have a winch. You know, it's extra weight. You don't see them on many like race car stuff, but man, I loved it. And I'll take the extra weight. I just think it's freaking awesome to have a winch. But yeah, it's still dirty. Still got all of its Baja dirt on it. I think I've got a wheel bearing or like maybe a ball joint or something on my passenger front side that's going out a little bit. I got sway bar bushings that seem to be going out, but nothing that stopped me. Minor little issues. I'm gonna go through and do a full service and check it and get everything ready on this thing, get it ready to do a smaller race here in a month or so. But yeah, it was rad. I loved it. We had a ton of fun. It was the bomb. My pre-run videos, so we have the comms. You guys heard us talking. If you watched the other videos, we have the comms that are coming in the video. The first day I messed up on my engine noise, my other mic, it was screwed up, so it didn't work. I didn't realize that my music was gonna be recorded with my comms. I guess I should have known that. I had a random playlist from like 10 years ago that a brother-in-law that's like a DJ that does weddings and other stuff, he just gave me like all of his music, and I threw it on my phone, and it was on shuffle play, and it's just like, we had no clue what we were gonna get. Sorry about that, my battery died. Anyways, I was saying the music, so I didn't realize that it was going through the comms, and it's just the most random music ever. That's why we're laughing and he's making fun of me. I like techno. I'm sure not everybody else out there does, but he was always making fun of my music. But it's on there. If you want to hear us talk, I have to put that music on. Day 2, I have like the engine noise. I figured it out. I got it working. I do have some other music too, but I didn't add that after. That's just part of the video, so it's part of the fun. I hope you guys don't mind, but I got a lot of cool pre-running, and it's probably gonna have some music. It's all gonna get demonetized, but that's okay. I just wanted to be able to share it with you guys. It was rad. It was funny. If you saw the first pre-run video I put up, that's why we're laughing, because it's just so random. I do tend to drive faster when I get a good song, which is pretty hilarious. But yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to be working on editing all the pre-run videos and all the race videos and getting up all that footage over the next couple weeks. It's going to be fun. I'm going to get this thing ready for snow rides. I need to figure out a snow plow on her. I know it's kind of funny, but I really would like a plow for my lot. I don't know if anybody knows anything about a plow for a Turbo S, please let me know. But yeah, I'm going to probably take out the radios just because I don't want to mess them up in the wintertime, because I'm going to go bomb some snow in this thing and it's going to be freaking awesome. So super excited for all the winter riding. Probably get out, hit the dunes, and do some cool desert stuff too. But anyways, guys, it was a blast. We finished the Baja 1000. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did track us, I hope you guys liked it. And I'm excited to show you all the footage, and you'll see what happened for yourself. But anyways, okay guys, I appreciate you. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.